I have helped a bunch of home buyers and have discovered something crazy. A lot of home buyers are going house hunting without fully knowing what to look for. Maybe even you too. In fact, the video you are about to watch is not the video I intended to make. There are 4 unexpected steps that are so much more important, and to help you understand, we need to go back to the start of all this. In this video, I'm going to give you the ultimate house hunting checklist on what to look for, what to avoid, and getting the home that actually fits your needs. Make sure you stick around because in the end of this video, I'm going to go over the one thing buyers always forget to check before making an offer, and it can save you thousands. So, are you ready? Get set, let's go! Let's start with the one thing you cannot change: location. You can remodel, you can upgrade a kitchen, and you can repaint the walls, but you cannot move a house to a better area. That is why before you even step into a house, you need to check out the area. I have said this before in an old reel. Check it out. Bonus tip. After the showing, drive around the neighborhood at different times of day. That's how you'll get the full picture of what living there is really like. You can definitely tell I was still going through that awkward phase. As you drive around different areas, remember the following acronym: CAS, commute, amenities, and schools. You're gonna want to drive around at different times of the day, because a quiet street at 10 a.m. might turn into a traffic nightmare by 5 p.m. And trust me, a house that is perfect but adds an extra 45 minutes to your commute might not be perfect in the long run. Look at local amenities. If you hate driving just 20 minutes to get a gallon of milk, that might be something for you to consider. If you have kids, check out the schools. Even if you don't have kids now, homes in top-rated schools tend to hold their value a lot better. And do not just rely on online ratings. Go talk to parents in the area and get the real scoop. You found the house you like in the perfect location, but before you fall in love and put in an offer, here are the things you need to make sure you look at. On the outside of the home, check the roof, foundation, and the HVAC system or the HVAC. These are the high dollar value items that can cost you thousands if they need repair. On the inside of the home, make sure you're checking for major things like water stains along the walls or the ceilings and cracks. Cracks can be an indication of a foundation issue. Also, smell matters. If the home smells musty or is overly fresh, that might be an indicator of mold or some other damage. So make sure you trust your nose. And if you see any issues but like the home, it's okay to get an inspector out there to verify that 1, it's not a serious issue, or 2, you might want to run away. Alright, now that you have checked all the important things in a home, we gotta talk about layout. Because just because a home checks all of the boxes does not mean it's gonna fit your lifestyle, and you might regret it later on. Think about how you actually live. Do you like to entertain? Is the kitchen closed off from the living room? Does the house have a quiet office space if you work from home? And are you planning to expand your family? If so, will this house fit you in the next 5 years? Also, look at the storage space. No pantry and not that many closets might not seem like a big deal, but after a couple months of cramming everything into every little nook and cranny, you're gonna wish you had thought about it beforehand. Okay, so what are we forgetting? That's right, hidden costs that you don't think about when purchasing a home, because your mortgage is not the only thing you're going to be paying. Does the neighborhood have an HOA? If so, how much are the fees and what do they cover? Also, some HOAs might be good, Others might be bad, very strict on rules, and might be full of Karens. So make sure you ask around the neighborhood and see what they think about the HOA. The next hidden cost is property taxes. Make sure you check around and see what the local rates are and if they have been increasing throughout the years. Because just because it's affordable now does not mean it's going to be affordable in the long run. And the last hidden cost that people forget about is utility bills. Make sure to ask the seller for their previous utility bills on the home. That way you get a general idea of what you are going to be paying. Because a home with very high energy bills is definitely not a good deal. Now, I told you there is one thing most home buyers forget about when looking at homes, and that is phone service and internet connectivity. And I know it sounds like not a big deal, but if you move in and realize you're unable to stream a YouTube video like this one or have no cell service, it's going to be a big deal, especially if you have a smart home, work from home, or stream a lot. So, before you fall in love with a home, make sure you whip out your phone, check to see what your service is, and go ahead and see what internet providers are in the area. Alright, now that you have a checklist to go off of when you're going around looking at homes, what are your biggest concerns? Drop them in the comments below. That way I can clear up any uncertainties that you might have. Also, if you found this video useful, make sure you like and subscribe. That way it can be sent out to other people in similar situations like you that have questions on what to look for when looking at homes. And don't forget, check out my playlist on home buying. I'll see you there.